Whoa, whoa, AKAPADers, we are back. We're kind of back in the living room. Welcome to Philadelphia, PA. Welcome to a smoky image of Peter A. DeLuca. That's me, AKA the Eclectic One. I am your source of everything pop culture, everything comic book, everything movie. Now, do we report every little thing that happens? No. We have our veins, we have our crevices, we have our criticisms. Yesterday, internet, everything was ablaze. Diamond Distributor has filed for Chapter 11. I haven't seen one solid take on this. Not one solid take. And the reason for that is most people don't even understand what Chapter 11 even means. Most people haven't even been through it. Meaning, I've worked with companies that have gone through Chapter 7 and Chapter 11. I was in the trenches. I potentially wasn't getting paid at times because of both of those scenarios. So it's stuff like that. And by represent, I mean like strictly on a design or IT level. You guys know that's how the day job is basically split. So, you guys failed. All of you. Because I know this audience. I know the audience for this channel. It's a lot of young, up-and-coming, and venturing comic book independent creators. That's this channel's audience. A lot of people who enjoy some of my 90s comic book content, and along the way you get some tidbits of technique with my live streams, and that's basically it, right? I know we have a lot of James Gunn haters on this channel. I love you guys. What do I mean? You guys failed the comic book industry. When DC and Marvel were pulling and stretching in and out of Diamond, and DC pulls out and goes with Penguin. Now we're talking 4 or 5 years ago. There's a void in Diamond distribution. There is no other distributor that matches their reach into comic shops. This was the moment that independent comics could have taken over. Now, how do you take over? Well, you take over with a simple formula. You have to create work that is equally as good as Marvel or DC. If you guys want to go on your high horses and say, this is woke and that's woke and we're not woke, and not produce work that can smash DC and Marvel into the ground, you are delusional, and you have been delusional for quite some time. That's what destroyed Diamond Comics. If the independent creator was able to step up and create comparable work for a distributor that has a void by losing a major account, aka Patters. Now, am I guilty of this? Is some of my close friends, my close internet friends, guilty of this? I would say collectively, yes, we're all guilty of this. But this perspective, this position really isn't out there. And the reason for that is a lot of the commentators that are trying to spin this, right? They're trying to spin this as the collapse of the comic book industry and all of these things. Comic shops will survive, okay? They're going to transform. A lot of comic shops most likely are going to become back issue suppliers, back issue inventory-ers. There's a lot of comic books out there. There's a lot of collections to be purchased. There's a lot of people getting out of the hobby. There will be comic shops to fill that void. So that's not the position. The position is, why wasn't there cash flow to sustain Diamond while their second biggest or maybe their largest account left the table? That's the effing question. And the void to have been filled was independent comics. Period.